Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to part 2 of the VGM World Tour. Now, if it seems like I'm having trouble talking, it's because I have esophagus problems. It's a common thing that I deal with. Basically, it feels like somebody's choking me, but I'll eventually get an endoscope done to see what's going on there. But I'm going to be showing you guys Southeast VGM City. And I'm going to start with this area here. First, we'll quickly head in here. This here is an indoor residential area that I started many years ago. And I've only built my house in here. Eventually, I'm sure people will build houses in here, but I haven't really advertised it much to get people in there. Then what we have over here is all the residential houses. Now before, you had this with these 6 mansion lots, what we called them, and then you had a bunch of lots about a quarter of that size, and then some lots about maybe a third of the size of the lots that were like here. Even though they weren't here, they were that way a little bit, where that arena and Tomlinson Stadium now stand. I'll show those soon. But all of the houses from that I moved over here, and this was before we had commands. So I literally moved them, rebuilt them block by block. And so for the smaller houses, I used one of the empty mansion lots and put 4 of them. This one already had this on a trying to remember. I think this was in the slightly smaller community. Yes, it was. So it was in the slightly smaller community, like right over there. I moved it over here. This one is built by me. This was the first time I tried to build like a big non-rectangular building. It used to look really bad. It used to look like a Pokemon or something weird. Now it's interesting, and I just use it right now as a home for a bunch of horses, even though there's a lot less horses than there used to be. This has been under construction for like 7 years at least. And you have this nice house here. I'm trying to remember who built this. I want to say it was my friend Lone JJW. I think he built that. I can't remember exactly who. I don't think we have a sign either. No, we don't. This is my friend Darkhawk. He used to be in a lot of videos. We had the Badger Hawk channel, but he doesn't get on very often. He's just more of a PC gamer now. Somebody left some lights on in here. But he did a nice job making this. I like it. Now we'll go through the front. And then he has a little basement down here. But we won't go into... Oh, hold on. Let me turn these off. We don't need all these lights on. I prefer to not leave lights on, just because I feel like it could add world lag. Now this one, I could swear they used to have a sign on it. Maybe not anymore. Maybe I just forgot to put it on it when I moved it. This was built by someone, I don't talk to him anymore. You know how sometimes people change, but someone named AJ. He was actually the first friend that I made in grade school. But, you know, people change. And if someone changes and you don't like who they become, then don't stick around. But interesting kind of castle-like design. When I put all these houses on this property, I put in this pool here, all these trees. And my friend Ryan built this, and he built this in one of the like 3 days that he's been on this world, scattered over like an 8-year period, but solid. So that's there. I won't spend too much time on these because I have some bigger things to get to. This was built by my friend Lone JJW, who also built this place, and then other people furnished them. So my friend Patrick furnished this place. I think he did a good job with that. And then in here, this is called Lone Wolf VIP Lounge. I believe there's a sign with both of their names. So okay, so the bar was built by Fire Dude 331. I haven't talked to him in many years. And then Darkhawk also helped with some of the interior, and then I helped with some. I put in this piano here, which it's my old design. It shows how long ago this was. Same with the stage that I put upstairs. It's an old one. Lionel Richie. He never ended up playing here, I'm pretty sure. But cool stage. And then they built like these eating areas. And they built this cool like pond here, indoor pond, very cool looking. So that's the Lone Wolf Lounge. I guess I'll just quickly fly under here to show. Let's see what's under here. Oh, they have restrooms in here. I don't remember those being here. Man. And I think there's a kitchen up here, right? Yeah, kitchen there. Nothing here at the moment. But yeah, I think they did a good job turning this into something. Then over here, someone named Terminator 474. I don't know what his new name is. He just disappeared. I haven't spoken to him in a long time. He was one of the original members of this city. But he built... First he built this here. That's a nice house. Then he built this, and he did a good job. And if I remember correctly, I can't remember if I built the backyard or if he built it. I know I built like this paddle ball court or wall ball, whatever. And I think I helped with most of this, but I'm not 100% sure. He might have. I wouldn't want to take credit for someone else's work, so we'll just say he built it because there's other things I've built in the city, so it really doesn't matter. So anyways, so he had built that, and then he built this bigger one. And I've been putting a lot of roller coasters in the city, so he took inspiration from that and he put his own in here. Now, there's 3 of these houses. The 2 extra ones, they were when I first practiced using the structure block in Minecraft to rotate. So that was the result, these 2 extra ones. So it makes it a cool little, almost like a little motel or something. But ended up pretty cool. There currently isn't, actually, does this have? Okay, so I gave, since he's not in this world anymore, I gave this to my friend Jason. But somewhere on the property I want to give proper credit to Terminator. Then this here is my estate. And so it has a nice little, this was the first time I ever built my own like modern house. As you can see, this was before concrete. I still need to update this to concrete. but this is very old. Closet under here. Do I still have my Christmas tree? No, I don't. Usually for the holidays, for Christmas, I'll set up a Christmas tree. This is my piano. Hopefully that wasn't copyright music. And then, yeah, just basic setup. You can tell how old it is based off of like the furniture. Interesting bed, big enough for a threesome, because totally live that lifestyle. And then the backyard. Nice diving boards, waterfalls, garage with nothing in it. Then a cool thing, some of the first buildings built originally right near City Hall was my house, Lone JJW's house, and my friend Blaine Shagmoby's house. And we purposely combined all of them with the top story, which was kind of our party deck story. Then it actually connected to something called the party deck, which you'll see just a little later in this video. But since I moved them over to here, it's now connected to this sort of party house in a way. Then this house here, this is actually a replica of my house in Total Miner Forge, which I did a tour on that a long time ago. It was one of my early videos, and unfortunately I'll never be able to go back there because that game is absolute garbage, and all of my worlds went corrupt, just like Castle Miner Z, which Castle Miner Z was one of the most popular gaming series I ever did. And I'll never return to it because the world that was on went corrupt. All of the worlds. But, so it's at least here. And I'm recreating a bunch of the Total Miner Forge TMF City buildings in this world. And a cool basketball court. And then next door, someone named Rampage J had gone off and built this windmill and this like cottage here. And back then it was an RPG world, and you had to buy your land, and he hadn't bought the land, so it was seized, and he had to make enough money to buy it back, basically. And his name was Rampage J. I forget if I said his name yet, but anyways, it was put in bedrock. And eventually one day he just disappeared. Like, he hasn't been on Xbox and who knows how long, so not sure what happened to him. Hopefully he's okay. He might have been one of those people that sold his Xbox for a newer console. But so now it's just a cool little retreat, and instead of the bedrock I changed it to this nicer building. So that is the residential area. Then this is where it starts getting a lot bigger. This right here I started this so long ago. It's going to be the Empire State Building. I'm sure I'll eventually finish that up. We're going to go in here. It looks like just a normal, like maybe New York or Chicago skyscraper, but it's actually the Galactic Center of the Performing Arts. And oops. First you have the Fornax Theater, and I'm actually going to show that one last. So you have the hallways here. Now, and then the Dorado Theater is the upstairs one, and these are named after star constellations because of a friend of mine that made something called the Orion Theater, which you should look up on Minecraft, the Orion Theater. Really cool looking. And that's a star constellation, so as kind of a tip of the cap to him, and because I just like the idea of naming theaters after star constellations, that's what I did in here, even though it looks nothing like the Orion theaters, or theater. But so yeah, here's the Dorado Theater. It's a nice little tight, cozy theater. By the way, you're going to see a lot of concert venues. If you subscribe to a Talking Badger Concerts, as well as a Talking Badger on Twitch, a Talking Badger Concerts on YouTube, you'll be able to see all the live streams of the concerts I do in Minecraft. They're really cool. They have working screens, cool productions. So here's the Fornax Theater. Now for this theater, I wanted something that I hadn't done yet, and that's a big theater that's squeezed in a tight space. So this theater would fit a lot of people, but it's also not that big. So the way I originally did it was I built the theater portion first with an idea of how tight I wanted it to be. Then I built the walls around it. Then I built, using the dimensions of that, I built the skyscraper that this is in, and then I copied this into the skyscraper. So I thought that ended up a pretty cool thing. And pretty good sight lines all around, especially for how tight and steep it is. And it's like the worst seats, you might get a little bit of cut off of the screen, but you still see the band, which that is a realistic thing. Like the joint here at the Hard Rock in Las Vegas, so you can still see the band. Some of the seats you won't see the screen, and that's common, especially if you go to an arena show and you have seats on the side, you can't see the screen. But so yeah, I like how it turned out. By the way, speaking of my concerts, I'm going to be ending at 500 total concerts, and I'm currently at 468, so just 32 away. And I don't know if you could see stuff like in the background. We're getting our way into VGM City, downtown. Now, I gotta warn you, this next venue is not for the faint of heart. Okay? If you're young and you're watching this, you probably shouldn't watch this next part. I know it's just a game, but there is a phallic shaped object. Before you cast your judgment, I have a comedy band called Water My Hose. It's on Spotify. Yes, I'll go ahead and plug it. It's the stupidest, most random, immature, but catchy music. And there's catchy, whatever, or not catchy, there's stupid skits. It's very stupid. I'm warning you, just in case I haven't said it enough. It's very stupid. It's so stupid you might lose brain cells listening to it. But if that's your sense of humor, then go for it. Anyways, of course I had to give Water My Hose their own arena. And I say their own because even though I am Water My Hose, I consider it like a character because it's weird stuff. So when I went to build this, I went, well, I started writing these songs when I was in middle school. So I need to think like a middle schooler when I design this stage. So I think I've warned you enough. Don't judge. Let me change the screen. No, I can hear you. I can hear you judging through your computer screen. No, we need to change. Don't do that. I said no judgment. Damn. Okay, green. Green won't clash, right? Yeah. Stop judging. Seriously. Stop. That's not okay. So, this is Water My Hose Arena. So, now, no, that is not what you think. That's not a penis, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter. It's a dildo. Got some animals bouncing from the trusses. Got whatever this is. Holding a pencil with a house and a giant, yeah. Okay. This is Water My Hose Arena. You can stop judging now, okay? Thank you. Hey, you know, if I didn't know someone and they showed me that, I would go, "Are you on meth?" And I'm not. Just my brain is silly, okay? Thank you. Alright, now forget that. Strictly professional from now on, okay? Alright. This here is the concert setup for ELO that I had in Tomlinson Stadium, which is over there. And after the concert was done, I copied it in here, and I just love it. And yes, these screens change colors, and you could have 2 different colors. So that is nice. And then this here is going to be a bunch of like baseball, small like baseball field / stadium, football, all these things, because look at these views. Yeah, even though I'm not looking too much because I'm slowly making my way towards these things, okay? Forget what was in there. Alright, that's behind us now, okay? Forget it. Please. Thank you. Then you have these rivers that are not titled yet, but they will be eventually. Now, are there any Pink Floyd fans watching this? I won't be able to know right now, but if there are, if you've listened to Animals, which is my favorite Pink Floyd album, you will recognize this. I think it's called the Battery Station. I'm having a brain fart on the name. But this is in... Okay, what's up with my render distance? It's not supposed to be this bad. Settings, please. Video. Render distance. It's... Huh? It says 14 chunks. This is not... Oh, is it because I have night vision on? I'm going to make it daytime, see if that does anything. I'll never understand Minecraft. I don't know, maybe I'm having a brain fart and this is the most it will render. I mean, this is a huge building, but yeah, this is the I can't remember the exact name, so I'm not going to try to say it again, but this was on the album cover for Animals. So I built this replica. It's freaking huge and takes forever to fly up, but it actually has smoke coming out of the smokestacks. Then to make it more fun, inside I am building, I have this arena built. The render distance, there we go. So I have this arena built, and it's going to have this crazy Pink Floyd stage in production that I'm planning. And so that concert will happen in this building, so that'll be cool. Then we're going to head over here. I'm going to save that part for a later part. I'm sure you probably saw there's the Twin Towers over there. This here is going to be a cool concert venue. This here is a very old building, just in case you couldn't tell from the blocks it was made out of. It's a bank, and it was built by my friend Chrysler Red. And you'll find some other stuff that he has built and helped on. This is the Bank of China Tower. It's going to be moved a little bit later. Now this is Tomlinson Stadium. That's where that concert was held. This is my own custom design, and it's a tribute to my all-time favorite football player, LaDainian Tomlinson, back when I was a Chargers fan. but I live in Las Vegas, and even though I used to root for whoever the Raiders were playing, I gotta root for my city's team. So this road right here, whatever it's called, I'll eventually get around to renaming the roads, but that's going to be like the border for this tour. So yeah, so you have Tomlinson Stadium. Looks nice. Still have some work to do on the concourses. I might do a full tour of this once it's finished. The production for ELO that I had set up, this building right here, you see all these command blocks, that was just for that production. It was over 200 command blocks. Then let's see, then you have some apartment buildings that have been under construction for like 7 years. Then this year's downtown arena currently under construction. It's going to be cool looking. I guess we can quickly go ahead and do that. So it's going to be nice once this is finished. Once I finish both of these, I'll probably do a video touring both of these in the same video. There's some leftover screen stuff from ELO. So so Main Street is going to be like kind of where I draw the line for this section. You know, I'll go ahead and show off. So we're going to quickly stop here for a moment just to show this is the center of the town. When I first spawned in, it was like right here. This is like the heart of the town. This is where it all started. The first building, which has obviously grown a lot over time. The government building, the city hall. This is the second building, the apartment building, and the residential community that I showed earlier it started where Tomlinson Stadium now stands. And you know what? We are going to have we're going to call it the old downtown VGM City. That's going to be a different part. But as for the southeast kind of section of VGM City, I think we're probably going to stop it there. Oh, by the way, over here, these are just like some buildings that I put in, mainly for decoration. So we're going to stop there. Then you're going to have some stuff from TMF City, which I did a tour of. So the old downtown, whatever, we're just going to call it Downtown VGM City, and it's going to be in the next video. So I will see you in that one.